take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it, and it goes down smooth. Hey!
Spanning the continent to bring you the truth about cannabis and marijuana law reform.
I smoke pot and I like it a lot.
The Russ Belville Show, the voice of the marijuana nation. Now, here's your host, Radical Russ Belville.
Good day, tokers and tokettes and non-toking lovers of liberty. It is Monday, August 3rd, 2015, and it's got to be 420 somewhere in the world. We're back. We escaped from Red State Purgatory. Yes, this weekend I was in Nampa, Idaho for my 30-year class reunion. It's a lot of fun. The last reunion I went to, 20-year reunion, I had just gotten started down this life path of being a professional pothead. And now 10 years later, I get to show up and see all my former classmates. And it was a lot of fun, especially my former classmates who were tokers back in high school, who were praising my High Times articles and thought it was so cool what I was doing, and wondered where I was back in the day. Well, I didn't smoke pot back in the day. I didn't smoke pot in high school. I didn't smoke pot until I was 22 years old. So I was kind of the nerd band guy. We never really interfaced with the stoners. It was kind of a different time, shall we say. But thanks to all my classmates who showed up. If you want to see some of the pictures, check out my Facebook feed at Radical Russ on Facebook. And I got to say, my junior prom date hasn't aged a day. She's still amazing looking. And well, I guess she did lose the bangs. We all had bangs in the 80s, kids. It's I don't know why. Bangs and mullets. But also this last week, on Wednesday and Thursday, we were at the Cannabis Creative Conference over at the Portland Expo Center. And I've got all sorts of great highlights for you today from that Cannabis Creative Conference. We're going to hear from John R. Downs. He is with the Marijuana Investment Corporation, and you'll learn all about the ins and outs of marijuana investing. We've also got the organizer of the Cannabis Creative Conference, Mary Lou Burton, and she joined me with Angela and Michelle from Elevate up in Seattle, Washington. We saw them last January, so we've got a real fun interview with them coming up. Plus, you'll get my walkabout on the floor of the Cannabis Creative Conference, speaking to labs and dispensaries and packagers and all sorts of different industries that are involved in the marijuana gold rush, I guess. And you'll get to hear that all throughout this first hour. And then in hour two, I was a moderator for a panel that took place at 8 in the morning on Thursday. And it featured Anthony Taylor, who's a patient advocate here in Oregon, Don Morse, who's a former dispensary owner, and Nikki Turzai, who is a compliance specialist. And the four of us discussed House Bill 3400 and how it is affecting both the recreational and medical marijuana industries here in the state of Oregon. We'll play that entire panel for you in hour two for Toker Talk Radio. But first, we're going to start off with the 420 radio news. In the headlines today, we've got a look at what mayors in the United States think we ought to do with respect to marijuana enforcement. We've got the Minnesota medical marijuana program suffering from price hikes because guess what? Not enough supply and not enough demand, frankly. Also in Nevada, we've got the first legal medical marijuana sales taking place last Friday. We've got California looking at the option of a state-run bank for its marijuana industry, and a study out of the United Kingdom on how we should count police interactions in various neighborhoods. The short of it is, we shouldn't be counting their pot arrests. We'll tell you why when we come back.
You're tuned into the Russ Belville Show, the voice of the marijuana nation.
420 Radio, your ticket to the High Times Cannabis Cups.
420 Radio is brought to you by Sacred Serum, who is focused on creating elegant and sophisticated cannabis solutions through its line of dispensers and vaporizers that come preloaded with the world's finest cannabis concentrate. Sacred Serum's concentrate is made on pharmaceutical-grade supercritical CO2 extraction machines that use absolutely no butane or other toxic chemicals. The Vesica, the company's innovative new way to dab and frost, is now available in dispensaries across California. Sacred Serum, elegance and sophistication concentrated.
You're listening to 420 Radio. Listen Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific for Cultural Baggage, podcasting at drugtruth.net. Pioneering marijuana radio activist Dean Becker continues his illustrious career, interviewing reform luminaries on his Century of Lies and Cultural Baggage shows from Pacifica's KPFT in Houston. Check our online listings for Cultural Baggage with Dean Becker from drugtruth.net.
Yar! Thar be pirates here! Har, 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 har!
The Oregon Medical Marijuana Business Conference is happening September 12th and 13th at the Hilton in downtown Portland. Hi, I'm Alex Rogers, and I hope you'll take advantage of this amazing opportunity to learn the latest business and legal information concerning cannabis commerce in Oregon in 2015 and beyond. Check out ommbc.com right now for early bird pricing because we're likely to sell out. That's ommbc.com, the Oregon Medical Marijuana Business Conference.
It's time for the 420 Radio News, covering the latest headlines in consumer cannabis, medical marijuana, and industrial hemp. Replays of 420 Radio News are embeddable and shareable from our SoundCloud page at soundcloud.com/RadicalRuss. Now, the marijuana headlines in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. This is your 420 Radio News for Monday, August 3rd, 2015. 15 years after Nevadans voted to legalize it, medical marijuana was sold legally in the state for the first time Friday at a dispensary in a strip mall about 5 miles east of downtown Reno. Dressed in polo shirts, tie-dyes, and button-downs, about 75 people with medical marijuana cards lined up outside Silver State Relief, between a sub shop and a pizza place in Sparks, to be among the first to buy as much as a half ounce of pot for $195. Unless the next legislature takes action sooner, Nevadans will consider another ballot measure in 2016 to legalize recreational use of marijuana. They approved medical pot in 2000, but the law lacked language to establish a system to sell or distribute the drug until 2013. Before that, anyone authorized had to grow their own, up to 12 plants per person, or find it some other way. Nevada is among 23 states that allow medical marijuana, along with Washington, D.C. and Guam. Minnesota Medical Solutions, one of the state's 2 medical marijuana manufacturers, has jacked up prices by 15 to 20% on all its products, forcing chronically ill patients to head back to the streets to treat their pain. MinMed CEO Dr. Kyle Kingsley blames the hike on a trifecta of problems. Not enough people are enrolled in Minnesota's medical marijuana program, he says, and the majority of those registered qualify for medical assistance from the state, which gives them a 10 to 25% discount. Plus, MinMed was the sole provider of expensive cannabis oil for the first 3 weeks after the program launch, while the only other producer, Leafline Labs, stuck to pills. Quote, cannabidiol oil is really expensive to make, and most patients need an astronomical amount for it to be effective. We anticipated that both manufacturers would be making it, Kingsley says, so those things changed the finances for us pretty substantially, end quote. California Assemblyman Tom Lackey and Ken Cooley will join representatives from the Federal Reserve Board, the State Treasurer's Office, and others to talk about the potential of a state-run bank to serve the marijuana industry. Fiona Ma, a member of the State Board of Equalization, is hosting the meeting to talk about possible solutions for companies many banks still won't service out of a fear of federal prosecution. She says the fact that dispensaries are paying sales tax in cash is a problem for her office. Ma says she's worried that the problem will get worse if marijuana is legalized by any ballot measure. She's not sure what the state can do, but she hopes a solution will be found. According to the Sacramento Bee, a state-run bank for cannabis businesses would be the first of its kind in the nation. Politico magazine's second quarterly National Mayors Survey, conducted over the course of July as part of the magazine's award-winning What Works series, which heard from 31 mayors spanning the country from Philadelphia to Tampa to San Francisco to New Orleans to Anchorage. While not scientific, the large majority of respondents were Democrats, 77%, as well as 3 independents and 4 Republicans. The survey represented a diverse range of cities from all across the nation and showed clear trends across cities of varying sizes, political traditions, and geographic regions. The surveyed mayors, themselves uniquely positioned to feel the brunt of federal drug policies, overwhelmingly encouraged the decriminalization of marijuana, with 79% of the mayors suggesting that the federal government follow the lead in an increasing number of cities like Washington, D.C., and even whole states like Colorado. Police should not count minor drug possession when measuring their performance, so they are not forced to unduly target drug users, a new study in the United Kingdom has found. The number of cannabis possession offenses recorded by police almost doubled between 2004 and 2011, while reported use of the drug fell by a quarter, the London School of Economics study also found, while the number of police stop and searches for drugs more than doubled. Dr. Michael Shiner identified a surge in the police targeting people after cannabis was reclassified a Class C drug in 2004, something that was reversed in 2009, because officers also received new powers to issue on-the-spot street warnings and fines, which created a fast track to achieving targets at a time when police performance was under considerable government scrutiny. This has been your 420 Radio News for Monday, August 3rd, 2015. I'm Russ Belville.
The Russ Belville Show reminds you to never smoke and drive impaired. Hang out for a while and share.
The Fingerboard extension has fretted instruments to enhance your creativity. It has new and used guitars and banjos from beginning to high class. The Fingerboard extension has National Resophonic, Husson Dalton, Larrabee, Heritage and Recording King guitars, and Mike Ramsey, Wildwood, Gold Tone, and Recording King banjos. The Fingerboard extension also has drum stuff, used gear, and parts. Stop by the Fingerboard extension, downtown Corvallis, Oregon at 120 Northwest 2nd, or check out the inventory on the web at fingerboardextension.com and reverb.com. Oregon has joined Washington and Colorado in legalizing marijuana. We're Portland NORML, the national organization for the reform of marijuana laws chapter in Portland, Oregon. Join us as we celebrate the launch of an exciting new era in marijuana freedom in Oregon. Our job has just begun. Powerful interests want to white out the most important portions of Oregon's legalization law. By joining Portland NORML, you add your voice to the thousands who voted for Measure 91 and want it to be implemented as written. The people have spoken. Now it is time for the legislature to obey the will of the people. Find out more about Portland NORML at portlandnormal.org. Attend our monthly membership meetings on the 4th Saturday of the month. See our website for more details. Portland NORML, ensuring responsible adult marijuana consumers are afforded the same rights, privileges, and responsibilities as beer drinkers. Mark Twain once said that when there's a gold rush, it's a good time to be in the pick and shovel business. Today we look at the rapidly evolving markets in the marijuana green rush in our Cannabis Chronicles.
Here we have another highlight from the Cannabis Creative Conference. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the Cannabis Creative Conference here at the Portland Expo Center, Portland, Oregon. We're here at the MJIC desk, the Marijuana Investment Company. We got John R. Downs joining us. Did I have the right card? John R. Downs?
That's me.
Okay, I'm John R. Belville, so that's quite interesting.
I like it.
R for
Robert
Russell. Close.
Okay. Well.
So MJIC Marijuana Investment Company, and man, this has got to be taken off at this point, huh?
It really is. We're excited about the momentum that we've established and the industry has established. And what we've seen is over the last several months, more and more people, professional investors are interested in the space, and that's created the social proof where feels, smaller investors are feeling comfortable moving in and starting to say, hey, what's this marijuana industry all about?
Yeah, and there's a lot of roadblocks still for the industry, taxation, banking. What do you tell investors about this industry that differs from other sorts of investments?
Well, I tell investors that the opportunity is the way. The issue that we look at, the banking, the concern with the federal illegality, that's the opportunity that creates the opportunity for smaller investors to get involved. If things were easy, if we knew that it was federally legal and everything was going to be the states were going to continue to end prohibition, then there wouldn't be the same magnitude of the opportunity as right now with all the uncertainties. So I think, again, with challenges come great opportunities, and the cannabis industry typifies that right
So
now.
it sounds like, to rephrase, is that the big boys are still nervous about the federal illegality, and that's the opportunity for the small investor.
They're watching closely, but ultimately sitting on the sidelines, waiting to see how things develop. And that's absolutely, we know that's happening. We know that there's big players that are just sitting back, waiting to see what happens.
We've gotten to see now 2 years, 2 or 3 years worth of legalization, and about a year and a half worth of the market being legal in Washington and Colorado. What have we learned from those markets, and how do you see Oregon being like or dislike those markets?
Yeah, I think John Hudak did a great report on the Colorado market, and he's for the Cato Institute researcher, and talked about the phased method of rolling out the market in Colorado, really saying let's baby step this. Let's first allow those folks that worked with medical marijuana for a time being to move into the retail market initially, and then let's open it up to additional folks that want to participate. So I think that's something that other states are going to model, that they're going to take a phased approach. And I think Oregon, to the extent that, I understand the laws are being written for recreational right now, and just talking to some people on the OLCC, I think that's a model that they'll follow.
So we were talking about the opportunity for the small investor here with John R. Downs from the Marijuana Investment Company. And a lot of these small investors may be people that getting toward retirement age, they got a nest egg, they've kind of been in the cannabis world, maybe not the investment world. So what's some investment 101 they need to know if they got a chunk of change and they want to get involved?
Yeah, well, the first thing I would say is do your homework. And to the extent that you're interested in investing in the cannabis industry directly through private enterprises, companies coming to conferences like this and meeting down with investors that are looking for capital, I would say it again, it's so important. Do your homework, do your due diligence, take the time that you need to really dig into the opportunity that presents itself. Don't just accept, a bright smile and a business plan. The second thing that I would say is, to the extent that smaller investors might not be qualified with the SEC, accredited investor and able to participate in private company investment. If you're looking at public company investment, there's a lot of resources out there that can help kind of discern what the publicly traded companies that offer the best opportunities. Things like the marijuanaindex.com, which MJIC runs as a website that tracks all the publicly traded companies in the space. There's websites that provide a lot of great information, like MJInews.com. And so, just take the time and energy to understand the market, and not just hey, marijuana is exciting. Don't just look at it at a cursory top level, but really, dive into what subsectors that you feel comfortable with based on your own personal risk tolerance. And that's something that, the investor, the first thing you should do before you start looking at other investments is look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are my goals? What are my objectives? And certainly, as you said, for, older investors, folks that are closer to retirement, make sure that you understand your own risk tolerances and objectives, and don't put more capital into a emerging market where things are changing rapidly, where there's going to be a lot of rough and tumble, capitalism at its best and worst. Just make sure that you step in with eyes wide open, and again, not just risk tolerance, but asset allocation. Diversity is important. Don't buy into just one opportunity. Don't put all your capital into one bucket. Make sure that you take the opportunity to spread it around to the extent that you're able.
We're looking forward to 2016 when a number of states may have marijuana legalization on the ballot. Nevada does, but everybody's got their eye on California in 2016. It's such a huge market. Should someone wait for that, wait for the 2016 bubble, or get in now in 2014?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that question. I mean, our thesis is that a lot of people are going to wait until November of 2016 to see states like California, potentially Arizona, potentially Nevada. I mean, all of its potential, right?
Yeah.
So folks are going to sit on the sideline and wait and see what happens. And we think that there's a real opportunity to establishing a foundation in the industry today so that we are in a position to maximize the ability to profit from legalization if it occurs in November 2016 in a number of states. Not just out west, but even back east. I think the movement, in places like Florida, Maryland, Delaware, I mean, we're starting to see a lot of feedback from folks in those states that the movement is really gaining steam to legalize elsewhere. And so, Malcolm Gladwell talks about it in The Tipping Point. We're nearing the tipping point for marijuana legalization.
Absolutely. All right, John R. Downs from the Marijuana Investment Company, MJIC, MJIC.com, a 4-letter domain. Well done. I didn't think any of those were left. Thanks for joining us on 420 Radio.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Russ.
All right. And then...
Well, excuse me!
Some pretty high-end guests, speakers, and exhibitors at the Cannabis Creative Conference this last Wednesday and Thursday at the Portland Expo Center. We got more highlights coming up. Coming up next will be Angela and Michelle from Elevate, dispensary company up there in Seattle, along with the organizer of the entire conference, Mary Lou Burton, with a very spirited and fun end of day one interview. Coming up next.
Warning. Hits taken on this show are larger than they appear. Do not try this at home. These people are professionals. Or at least they pay me to say that.
This is Radical Russ encouraging you to take a look at the Weed Blog every day. Johnny Green and the staff at the Weed Blog are on top of all the latest developments in the fight to end marijuana prohibition nationwide. You can even get the Weed Blog on your smartphone by installing the Weed Blog app for iPhone and Android. If it's about weed, it's on the Weed Blog, including my original writing. So don't delay. Read the Weed Blog today.
Cannabis culture goes way back, you dig? Way before hippies and beatniks and pigs. Back to hep cats like Louis Armstrong and Cab Calloway. Soulful dames like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday. All the way to old Blue Eyes and the Rat Pack. So come spark up a jazz cigarette and take a trip back to when marijuana was jive, muggles, reefer, and tea. It's the new Viper Hour, Daddy-O, see? The early 20th century archives of blues, jazz, and swing that define the cannabis culture and everything. Every Monday night at 8 p.m. and weekends at 1 a.m. Pacific on 420radio.org, the home for marijuana music. Yeah.
No, they can't take that away from me.
Get.Buzz. .Buzz is the internet platform that fuels community interest, excitement, and new experiences. .Buzz is the premier online destination for internet users seeking the latest news on a variety of topics. .Buzz appeals to groups active in blogging, communications, journalism, advertising, and marketing. .Buzz offers registrants a stronger alternative to the shrinking namespace of existing top-level domain names, such as .com, .net, and .org. Get your name now at get.buzz. Mark Twain once said that when there's a gold rush, it's a good time to be in the pick and shovel business. Today, we look at the rapidly evolving markets in the marijuana green rush in our Cannabis Chronicles.
Here's another highlight from the 2015 Cannabis Creative Conference.
Welcome, everybody. We are at the conclusion of day one of the Cannabis Creative Conference, the first inaugural ever Cannabis Creative Conference. We're here with the conference organizer, Mary Lou. We've got Angela here. We got Michelle here from Elevate and from Green America. I couldn't do this without the name tags. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Russ. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. Are we going to get in trouble this time?
No, we will not get in trouble. We do everything right.
That's good. And Mary Lou, thanks for having us here.
Thank you, Russ. We're so excited that you're here.
Aw, that's wonderful. And Michelle, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, Russ. We haven't seen you since January. We miss you.
I know. And so we were up in Seattle together at the big event. And how have things been with Elevate since then?
They've been great. We've been building really solid partnerships with our retailers and just growing the business. And we have an awesome team. And we're having a good time, and we're having a great time at the Cannabis Creative Conference that Mary Lou put on and her team. And it's been amazing networking and, incredible experience and very super industry friendly, but also a lot of people with really solid questions at the seminars. And I think Mary Lou's vision, it's cool to see it come to fruition, so it's amazing.
That's amazing.
But it was your vision.
No, it was not my vision. Mary Lou and I went to college together. Michelle and I have our grow operation in Washington, and Mary Lou's an expert at trade shows and conferences, and
that's the first time I smoked weed was in college with you.
She took it and ran with it.
You're
It's
the bad
amazing.
influence, is that it?
No, she is.
You're the bad influence. Well, all right.
But I saw what these girls, how hard they were working, incredibly professional, but the hurdles they had to jump through. I mean, Michelle had to deadbolt a safe in the back of her Volvo to deliver product. I mean, what other companies have to deal with this? Seriously? We had so much fun. We're like, oh my God, we could totally do a reality show. And then we went, no, we don't want to be that public. But they were like, we need a trade show.
The Real Housewives of Cannabis?
Yeah. I love it. No, actually, they want me on the road, Pop Mom.
Pop Mom, there we go. Now, Michelle, what happened to the gas mileage in that Volvo, having to bolt a safe to it?
Well, it wasn't too bad. We were able to go down to a lockbox instead of having a full-fledged, big mama safe. But yeah, it is the unconspicuous delivery vehicle, with the soccer mom Volvo wagon. but literally, we are required to have that bolted to the frame of the car, the chassis, so that if somebody would ever want to quote unquote carjack us, they can't get to the product.
Wow, that's amazing that what we have to go through. And another aspect of what is happening right here is I'm surrounded by 3 dynamic, intelligent women in the cannabis industry. But generally speaking, this is kind of a male-dominated thing. I mean, you look at cannabis smoking, it's about 2 to 1, men to women. What do you think about these events and bringing more women into
Russ, it's women of weed, baby. And you know what? 100 years ago, we couldn't vote, but we're running the world. Forget presidency. We want weed.
We want real power.
I agree with Mary Lou.
Right on. So,
and the best part, we're having fun. I'm tired of being in business and not having fun. And the people we have met here and pulling them all together in one location and making Oregon a model state, Russ. I mean, we're going to bring people in and show them how to do it and not waste their money. And the speakers we have created are unbelievable. Dr. Ron Furbish was here and had amazing things to say about the medical benefits of marijuana. And we need to get out to the public that this is not a scary thing. And if they look at the history and watch the documentary that Rick Steves has on his website, you will see that this is one of our best world's resources. And for some reason, I think it was because of the DuPonts and they invented polyester, that they were scared of what this was able to do. So this is our due diligence. And I didn't get my bailout, did you, Russ?
Not yet.
No, so this is my weed bailout.
So what are we looking forward to for tomorrow's events, speakers and seminars and such?
Yeah, more great speakers. We got a panel that's going to break out the whole 3,400, 180 pages in the 3,400 for Dummies. And we've got lawyers here talking about how to set up your company so that you protect your other assets in this industry with the feds not being on board, which I know a lot of people are upset about that, but I kind of call it the silver lining because we're all getting a jump start, all us small businesses, and good luck with the rest of the big world catching up to what we're doing here. Right. They might as well just invest in us because they won't be able to catch up.
That's right. Your Altrias, your InBevs, these big multinational corps, they can't do anything while it's still Schedule 1. So.
No, and it needs to be education because I'm getting memos from companies saying they're not allowing their employees to do medical or recreational. And we invited a lot of CEOs and HR people down here to learn more about it before they make those decisions because it was voted. Yeah. And it is legal to use marijuana, and there's a lot of people that are closet smokers and they don't need to be, but they do it for medical benefits. I mean, Dr. Furbish was talking about people being prescribed medicine, opiates, and that it actually makes the pain worse. And people become addicted, and it really is amazing. I mean, I have used CBD to help me sleep, and I was hooked on Ambien, and that was ugly. Yeah, ugly.
Well, we're so glad that you've got this event going on, and when people come here, they're going to see a very professional, quality event. I haven't seen any booth babes, so
Nope.
it's
Did
very...
you see our dispensary on wheels back there?
I know, amazing.
I know.
A full wood panel.
Chalice Farms and Cannagard, and just unbelievable. Elevate, and just really an amazing
We
crowd.
had a great investor summit last night.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, Investor Summit.
That was amazing. Yeah, and they're basically taking applications and helping people with funding. And we've had people come down here going, I want to invest in the industry. How do I invest? So we're hooking them up, getting the money, funnel it. Because my grandpa said money is like manure. You got to spread it around.
Well put. All right, let's wrap things up. So tell us, Elevate, what people need to know as far as getting in touch with you, websites and all that.
Well, we have our website, but I think this is really about Mary Lou and her show, and I want that to be the focus. And also, she has some amazing panels and speakers. They're all going to be videoed. They're all videoed, so Mary Lou will make all of those available. So I really think the focus should be on that.
No, but Angela and Michelle basically went through everything they've gone through from day one, right, to current, and what their experiences and the mistakes and the good and the bad and what they would do different, and it's all videotaped. So we're going to have those available after the conference.
So CannabisCreativeConference.com, they'll find that?
Yeah, it'll be a virtual conference
Awesome.
year-round.
All right, well, Michelle, Angela, thank you for being here, and of course, Mary Lou for putting this on.
You're the rock star!
Nice
We
job.
are Russ!
Nice to see you,
Groupies!
Russ. We're not worthy.
Well, it's always nice to have that as the ending of an interview. Thanks to Angela, Mary Lou, and Michelle. I'm sure there will be plenty more coming from the Cannabis Creative Conference. And cross your fingers, Mary Lou seems to be putting together a Cannabis Speakers Association that might send me around the country to talk to people about marijuana. It's like I've been practicing this for quite a while. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. All right, stay tuned. We've got some walkabout highlights coming up next after these messages.
You're tuned into the Russ Belville Show, the voice of the marijuana nation. You're listening to Radical Russ on the Russ Belville Show.
Hey everybody, it's Radical Russ here from 420 Radio, inviting you to be like me and get your ink done at Lucky Horseshoe Tattoo, Fort Worth's most female-friendly, clean, sterile, awesome tattoo shop. Thomas and his crew are true artists who can design you a custom piece or use a design you bring in. Lucky Horseshoe Tattoo also offers all styles of tattooing as well as piercings and all-around fun. In the DFW area, stop by Lucky Horseshoe Tattoo and tell them Radical Russ sent you. Trust me, it'll feel awesome.
Hey, this is Willie Nelson for Normal. I smoke pot and I like it a lot. I learned a long time ago that marijuana is a lot safer than alcohol. There's nothing wrong with the responsible use of marijuana by adults. It's time we stopped arresting and started respecting those who smoke marijuana responsibly. To learn what you can do to help, contact Normal at norml.org or call toll-free 888-67-NORMAL.
Growing plants indoors can be a rewarding hobby, but electricity bills can go through the roof. Then you have to cool down all those big hot lights. It can drive a grower insane. With Lush LED lighting, you can solve many of these issues and double your rewards. Matt and his scientists have developed the perfect light for flowering plants with far less cost and heat. And the results? Very effective. Check out lushledlighting.com right now and tell them Radical Russ sent you. Mark Twain once said that when there's a gold rush, it's a good time to be in the pick and shovel business. Today we look at the rapidly evolving markets in the marijuana green rush in our Cannabis Chronicles. All right. Good day, tokers and tokettes and non-toking lovers of liberty. Radical Russ here at the Portland Expo Center off of Marine Drive for the Cannabis Creative Conference. This is a huge conference, many businesses involved in the cannabis community. The emerging green rush here in Portland and in Oregon in general have made their way here. There's numerous speakers and seminars, symposiums that are happening. We're going to go inside, take a look around for our viewers on Periscope. Our new Periscope app is at Radical Russ, and let's make our way inside, see who we can see. So we're heading into Exhibit Hall D, and as we first enter, you just notice what a nice layout this is. Mary Lou Burton, who's with Bravo, has been a professional event planner for years and years, and so she's taken that professionalism and put it here with the cannabis community. You can see we got nice carpet going on here. We've got big booths. It's a very professional atmosphere. As we first enter, we can see right in front of us Chalice Farms. Let's come take a look at this Chalice Farms, because I've done a lot of these events, and this is one of the nicest booths I've ever seen. It's wood. It's like a 20 by 40 maybe. It's just absolutely huge. Gives you an idea what their business would be like. So here we have it. No, come on in. I'm Radical Russ for 420 Radio. Are you camera shy? A little camera shy. Well, this is our live Periscope app, and we're just recording for 420 Radio. Can you tell us your name?
Jennifer,
thanks for being here. So Chalice Farms, this is an amazing display. I mean, what are you guys all about?
Well, we do seed to sale, so we've got farms locally and a couple dispensaries open.
Oh, fantastic. Just around here in the Portland area?
So our first store is out in Dundee, and we have 2 other locations opening in the next couple months in King City and Southeast Powell.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Can we come in and take a look around?
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a look around. Jennifer here with Chalice Farms, showing us around.
This is a mock-up of our dispensary.
Oh,
it's like a little mini.
Oh, okay. So this is an example dispensary. Everything like fine wood tabling and paneling. Is this what your dispensary's like?
It is, yeah. Wow. All custom cases made out of maple burl.
Wow. And you certainly know your customers, because I see gummy bears and Kit Kats. Very nice. So medicated items as well?
Edibles, yeah, some cannabis products.
Are these made by Chalice Farms or by your process?
Sue.
Oh, hi. My name's Russ. I'm with 420 Radio. Your name?
Sue Skog.
Sue, nice to meet you. Tell us about these, what look to be very delicious edibles.
Oh, they're hand-dipped chocolates, and we have 4 different flavors. I also have peanuts that have tropical fruit mixed in them, a chili lime, and a bacon jerky.
Oh, bacon jerky. 2 of my favorite words, and 3, medicated bacon jerky.
Medicated bacon jerky. Who doesn't like bacon?
Oh, right? My God, everybody loves bacon. Now, in putting these items together, had you come from a background of being a chocolatier or a pastry chef or anything like that?
No, but my grandmother was, and I helped her with her catering, and she was a renowned pastry chef in the Midwest.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So is there any difficulty in making these items with cannabis compared to without, or is it just another ingredient?
It's just another ingredient. You have to work a little bit to figure out how you're going to incorporate it, make it taste good. Mm-hmm. Some of them don't taste good. My stuff does.
That's my major complaint whenever we are dealing with these medicated edibles is I don't like the taste of hay. I'm not a horse. Exactly. So if people want to learn more about you've got amaze balls. That's great. And wing nuts, very good. If people want to know more about you, is there a Facebook page or website they can go to?
Yes, it's High 5 Edibles, high with the number 5 edibles. And I have a website. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. You'll find me everywhere.
High5edibles.com. Fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking with us. All right, let's take a look around and see what else we can see here. You see they've got various buds laid out here in these beautiful hardwood displays under glass. There's some pineapple, harlequin, Cinex, Blue Dream, Orange Crush, Blueberry Kush, Chernobyl, and Mango Kush. And what's nice is we've got the little magnifier here, and I don't know if our Periscope viewers can get a look at that through the magnifier, but pretty impressive. And It's just another sign of the professionalism that we've got here in the marijuana movement and the cannabis industry. Now that there's money involved, I mean, I've been doing these tabling events for 10 years, and the booths just get better and more dignified and professional, and it's wonderful to see. Let's go check a look at some of the other booths that are around here going on in our event. So Chalice Farms was the one we were just taking a look at, and we've got a guy over here who's doing some digital spray painting. I wanted to see what was up with that, but it looks like he's talking with some folks. So let's go over here and talk to the CannaGuard people. CannaGuard's got a great setup here. Guaranteed first inspection approval beyond compliance. Who can we talk to with CannaGuard? Oh, he wandered over that way. We're going to speak with Noah Stokes here with CannaGuard Security. Noah. Russ, Belville, 420 Radio.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to try to get you on the show the other day with Mary Lou, but we caught you here, so how's everything going?
It's going fantastic. This is better than I could have imagined. The caliber and the quality of people and the seminars and the exhibits and everything is fantastic.
You've got a great setup here, some metal trussing, aluminum trussing, the CannaGuard security back walls, and I love the fisheye overhead camera.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool looking. So people think of security here, and they'll think of cameras and alarm systems. What else can you help provide?
Yeah, so we're just introducing our family of services now, which includes safes that are customized specifically for the cannabis industry, so based on storing product separately from cash.
So is that like to keep it like climate controlled and stuff?
Not necessarily climate controlled, that's part of it, but keeping the cash away from the product so it doesn't smell.
Oh, there we go. We want our money to smell good.
And also so that people that are supposed to not access the cash, they don't have access to the cash side. So there's a safe on the other side here that has two compartments, one for cash, one for product, and you can open them up separately.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so safes, we've got
guards, physical guards, we have transportation companies, we have IT security. So if someone hacks into your network and your traceability software that you're going to have that says, this is how much product I have on hand all the time, it's probably not the greatest thing in the world. So you got to protect your video, surveillance, and everything, so that's a big part of it. Off-site video monitoring to replace or supplement guards, so someone off-site monitoring your video at night so you can actually sleep. So anything that has to do with protecting your facility for the cannabis space specifically we have a solution for it.
Armored trucks?
Armored trucks, the whole bit.
I love it. One of my favorite sights was seeing one of your trucks. I don't remember where I saw it, but just seeing there was a big marijuana leaf on it and a can, and I was like, wow, we have armored trucks now. This is amazing. Yeah. So how long has CannaGuard been in business?
So CannaGuard's been around officially a year next month. And I own OmniGuard Security as well. We've been around for way more than that. We started off as a division of OmniGuard, and then we realized that the demand for this is incredible, and the amount of non-cannabis specific companies, they can't participate. The nationwide companies, they can't or won't participate with the cannabis space. And so we said, well, we will, and we need to, and so we're here.
That's right. Now, some of the security concerns that the people in cannabis business have right now have to do with the fact that we don't have banking. We don't have the ability to, have checking accounts and credit accounts, and people run around with bags full of cash. And eventually that's going to change. So are you ready for that change, and how might it change your business once we're allowed to bank?
Yeah, we're absolutely ready for it. I mean, you think about a jewelry store, they have banking and they have guards and they can have guns on site, still need high security level there. Right now, it's unbelievable. You have an all-cash business whose product is marijuana, and you can't have a gun on site because of the Cole memo.
Right.
And you have a sign outside that says, I sell marijuana here. Little bit of a threat, possibly.
Sign,
yeah. I mean, how? And hey, that guy with the duffel bag that's walking in your front door, I wonder what it has. And when he walks out, I wonder what he has in it. And as recreational comes and volume increases, some of these things are just putting these businesses at very undue needs of risk. So I'm 100% for banking and regulation so that we don't need the kind of security that we have to have right now. Mm-hmm. There always will be that need, but we just don't want our customers and our clients in the industry to be put in that kind of a risk. So it's crazy.
It's Noah Stokes. He's here with CannaGuard Security, and I assume CannaGuard.com?
CannaGuard.com.
Facebook?
You got it. Oh yeah, Facebook, the whole bit.
All right, check them out. Thanks, Noah.
Guys. Yeah.
Have a great conference.
Enjoy the show. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. All right, we got part 2 of the walkabout on the main floor of the Cannabis Creative Conference. That's coming up next. And then in hour 2, you'll hear me moderating the panel on Oregon's House Bill 3400
talking with medical reformers, medical advocate Anthony Taylor. We've got Don Morse, who's been involved in the commercial marijuana industry in Oregon, and Nikki Turzai will be joining us. She's a compliance specialist as well. You'll learn plenty about HB 3400 and our forecast for how the market will react to it, both medical and recreational. We're back after these messages.
You're tuned into the Russ Belville Show, the voice of the marijuana nation. Warning. Hits taken on this show are larger than they appear. Do not try this at home. These people are professionals. Or at least they pay me to say that.
Adam Hand of Handmade Apparel produces quality custom designs for t-shirts, hats, and other apparel. Handmade Apparel is the official design shop for 420 Radio, among many clients who rely on Adam Hand for everything from short-run custom projects to full-run clothing lines. Visit handmadeapparel.biz to browse the selection of handmade gear or to get a personal quote for your own designs. Handmade Apparel, a proud supporter of 420radio.org. You know Herb Thrasher from the Herb Thrasher Flower Hour. Now get ready for Herb Age Designs for the proud cannabis consumer. Herb Age Designs, lifestyle gear for the 420 friendly. Herb Age Designs, we've got Frisbee golf discs and durable hemp gear. Herb Age Designs, we've got shot glasses, drinking glasses, coffee mugs, and beer cozies. Check us out on Facebook and online at herbagedesigns.com. And follow Herb Age and Herb Thrasher on Twitter. 420 Radio, turning red states and blue states green. Mark Twain once said that when there's a gold rush, it's a good time to be in the pick and shovel business. Today we look at the rapidly evolving markets in the marijuana green rush in our Cannabis Chronicles.
Hi there. Hi dear, how are you? Good. I'm Russ with 420 Radio.
Nice to meet you, Russ. My name's Ellen Markham.
Ellen, tell us about Women Grow and how people can get involved.
So Women Grow is an organization to help empower women and men to grow in the cannabis industry. It offers an opportunity to network, to learn. The website is a great source of education. They have ongoing webinars, so you can participate virtually online, as well as going to the meetings. The meetings are held nationwide, the first Thursday of every month. The Portland chapter is actually the largest and fastest growing chapter. The last meeting had actually 200 attendees.
Oh my.
Yeah, so
Wow.
It's a great way to just get women and men involved in the industry in a professional way to really kind of change the face of the perceived face of the industry.
Understood.
Yeah.
So when we say Women Grow, it's not just growing cannabis, it's growing the cannabis industry.
The cannabis industry in all aspects. There's a lot of women who do grow, plus a lot of ancillary businesses. And
Okay.
yeah.
Is there any cost associated with attending the meeting?
Yes, I think it's like $20, and that just goes to the cost to put on the meeting.
Sure.
And you can register online. They'll also be happy to accept any sponsorships. So if there's any cannabis industry people out there that want to be part of this organization on a sponsorship level, that would be awesome.
All right. So we also have this note here for those of you with text to text WGPDX, like Women Grow Portland, WGPDX. Text that to the number 420-420. You can remember that. 420-420 and the letters WGPDX, and you'll learn more and get updates on the Portland chapter of Women Grow.
Yeah, and you can also go to the website, sign up, and you can get on the email list for updates on the meetings as well.
Excellent. Well, Ellen, thank you so much for talking to us about Women Grow, and let me give you my card.
Please do.
We'll have all of these interviews online on our SoundCloud page, so you're welcome to use them any way you like.
Great.
Thanks so much, Ellen.
Thanks so much, Russ.
All right, let's make our way down the booths.
Okay, have fun.
We'll see you. All right, so many groups here. MRM Compliance Assessment Training and Consulting. Here's the folks with BioTrack THC. Let's come over here to BioTrack. What can we learn from BioTrack? This young lady here, Ashley.
Hey.
We have Ashley here. She works with BioTrack, but are you representing the booth today?
Yes, I am.
Oh, then I can talk to you and force you to answer questions. All right. So BioTrack THC software, seed to sale. Tell us about it and what we need to know about BioTrack.
We do compliance-based software. We have several state contracts around the country where we do the state interface, and then this is the commercial piece that interfaces in with it, transmits all the sales and inventory data to the states in real time so they can notice everything that they have on the ground at all times in any state.
And which state are you guys currently, or states are you currently being used in?
We're currently being used in 20 states, I think. Yeah, any state where there's medical marijuana, and then there's the recreational pieces as well that are now falling in. But we actually have the state contract for the state of Washington, New Mexico, and New York.
Oh, wow. So I assume then this must be a modular software where, like, if I'm in a medical state, I can buy the medical side, and then do I buy the recreational to attached to that?
Like in states where Colorado, it is basically two servers. So you would have a server for your recreational and a server for your medical. But yeah, I mean, it's basically two separate pieces, but it's just a couple of buttons that are a little bit different. So.
What sort of interface does this software have with, popular things like Excel or Access or anything like that? Can you do import-export?
Everything's exportable into Excel. Some of the reports are exportable into QuickBooks, but there's a lot of integration that's going to be coming on later in the year. We have some other projects that are going to be rolling out.
Okay, so biotrackthc.com, I assume?
Yes.
And Facebook and so on?
Of course, and Instagram and all that stuff.
All right. Well, Ashley, thanks for the information. Have a great conference.
You too. Thank you.
All right, let's see what we've got over here. Industrial Cannabis Solutions. Looks like we have, I see what we've got here. For, looks like for curing. All right, we'll get a chance to talk to this gentleman in just a second. We got Busy Bee Distributing in the house. Peabody and Paisley are here. iGrow, very interesting stuff happening here. Let's see if we can find someone from iGrow to talk to. Who might we talk to with iGrow? Hi there, anyone here we can talk to with iGrow?
Absolutely. Not with iGrow, but with Master Gardens, and iGrow is one of our strategic partner alliances.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so you got a bunch of people going on here. Okay.
We basically have Master Gardens is a state-of-the-art grow facility that takes advantage of the highest level technology manufacturers and service providers to create a state-of-the-art, sustainable, highly efficient grow facility.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I see lighting, I see hydroponic, let's see, Portland Hydroponic and Organics, we see Master Gardens.
Puridyme is our air filtration system. We use CanaGuard for our security systems, and Mike from Cannaly is helping with a kind of a comprehensive approach towards streamlining and making all of your systems more efficient, from everything from seed to sale to product placement to wholesale relationships on that standpoint.
All right, so in a sense, you guys are like bundling. You're bundling all the things you would need to get your act together.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so people want to get in touch with you online or Facebook. How can they do that?
Our website is mastergardens.club, CLUB. As soon as we're recreationally legal for retail sales, we'll be doing public tours of our facility. And so if they go onto our website and give us their email address, we can put them on the roster so that they get updates and find out when those tours are. And we're in the process of building out our retail facility up off Columbia. So that's coming soon.
Right on, mastergardens.club for all the information you need from seed to harvest and beyond, right?
Perfect.
All right, thank you so much. And your name again?
Josh Mudd.
Josh, thanks for being here and being at the event. Let me give you my card.
Cool.
We'll have all of these interviews available up on my SoundCloud page, so
perfect.
You can always get that. Thanks very much.
Really appreciate it, man.
All right, let's go, Periscopers. Oh, hey, how you doing?
You running around being busy?
Yeah, running around being busy. Let me put the hat.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Portland Hydroponics?
Yeah.
You want to say something about it?
Sure.
All right, so we've got Devin with Portland Hydroponics and Organics. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right, so obviously hydroponics and organics, stuff to grow weed with.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice, though, that you can actually be honest about that now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good to see a lot of the community coming out, too, behind it. We've got a lot of new hobbyists, new growers, new commercial clients as well. So we're out here with Master Gardeners today, helping them out. They purchased a good portion of their equipment through us. So we came out and supported their booth and try and get some networking done and get some some good work done out here.
So for a lot of people that are new to this, they're like, oh good, I can grow 4 plants, but they might not have the first clue what to do, and they might think, oh, I'll just stick a seed in the ground, life will be good. What would you recommend for them to learn and maybe some things to avoid as a beginner?
Well, we welcome everyone out to learn at our shop. We do a lot of, I call it hand-holding, but some people get nervous about coming into hydro stores. It's kind of a weird area that, people thought that was kind of taboo or whatever. And so now we're starting to see people being comfortable coming out. We're actually going to start hosting grow classes there. Actually, my good friend Sarah behind me is going to be the hostess. So we're going to start signing people up that we do like entry level, basically propagation, cloning, all this stuff for those people doing the 4 plants that may or may not have a green thumb. We can kind of give them a crash course on how to get started, and also take some of the anxiety out of it, because some people are looking at it strictly from like a professional money-making aspect instead of just a hobby.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to get people to fall in love with, the hobby of growing the plant. So.
Right on. Well, that's great stuff. Let me get my card for you, Devin.
Absolutely.
Because that's something we'd like to promote with our Portland Normal chapter.
I would love to
and
be a
maybe
part
come
of
out and do a demo and some hands-on out there. It'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, networking in this is the biggest thing for me. So like anything that would be a huge help for us.
All right.
We would love that.
Fantastic. Thanks, Devin, and good luck with everything. And website or Facebook if people need to know it for you?
We have a Facebook and Instagram and a website, and then they can just reach out to us at Portland Hydroponics and Organics. You can Google us.
Hi, everybody. Radical Russ here at the Photo Graffiti Wall with Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hey, good day. How you doing?
We've been watching him do this all week, all this event yesterday and today. A big digital graffiti wall. Tell us about this software.
So it's a proprietary deal from a guy out of LA. We developed it about 3 years ago. And it's kind of a photo booth on steroids. We can literally put, as you've probably seen, Russ, at the event, a library of stencils and stamps relating to whatever the theme is. So in this case, it's a cannabis convention. So we've got everything from serious sort of stamps and slogans to very, funny, sort of iconic stuff, around the cannabis industry. So we put that together, and then we get, as this lady sent over here that we just did, a willing victim to come up, do a photograph, and I think we're going to do you, right?
That's right. I am a willing victim, so we are going to do some photo graffiti here with Tony. Let's give it a shot.
We'll do a quick one first.
All right.
Okay, Russ, give me a pose, like you're holding something, or... All right. Excellent. Okay, so we get the picture.
We got the picture with me in a cheesy pose.
We're going to move you out of the way here.
All right, so we can see my cheesy pose picture. There I am.
There he is.
That's pretty damn cheesy.
Okay. So that's a very quick, simple one. We can often do a lot more, with the spray painting and different things, but this is a quick, fast one to show you how it works. And we can, like I said, we can theme it out for absolutely anything you want. Backgrounds, green screen, social media sharing, you name it.
Wow, so this is this a service you're providing to other events and such?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we live for, is we do events. So weddings, conferences like this, company parties, bar mitzvahs, pretty much literally anything. Because of the ability to put anything into it, there's really nothing we can't support.
Well, I can imagine this as being a lot of fun at like a tween or teenage kind of birthday party or something.
Yeah, they go nuts. We just did an event for a big company in town here a few weeks ago, and there was about 900 people there. We were there for 5 hours, and I'm not kidding you. At one point, I had to start handing out numbers to groups because we were losing track. They were kind of getting mad. I'm next. And we had like 60 to 75 people around us the whole time. Arms just about fell off at the end of the night.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, let's take a look at the pictures.
All right, yeah, let me grab you.
We've got that.
So we print them on. One thing you're going to notice, you won't see it so much in the interview here, but is the colors come out a lot more vivid.
Photo paper. Very vivid there. Nice.
Yeah. That's a full-on professional printer, man.
Yeah, that's looking great.
Yeah, so we put a custom footer on for them that we created, and they provided us some logos. So again, we'll support it however they want.
Excellent. Tony, thanks for the demonstration.
Hey, Russ,
it was a lot of fun.
So much. I do appreciate it.
You bet. Oh, and if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do it?
Stumptownbooth.com. www.stumptownbooth.com.
Stumptownbooth.com. Check it out.
So that's the Cannabis Creative Conference. Took place last Wednesday and Thursday. Got a lot of those uploaded to my SoundCloud page now, at Radical Russ on SoundCloud, if you want to share those with other folks. Coming up next, in hour 2 here, we've got the full Thursday morning panel on House Bill 3400. the final regulations, or I should say the final laws for the medical and recreational marijuana programs in the state of Oregon. We'll be discussing how that's going to affect the existing medical marijuana laws in the state of Oregon and our forecasts for how the medical and recreational markets will sort out in our state. Anthony Taylor, Don Morse, and Nikki Turzai on the panel. I'm the moderator. It's coming up next here on 420 Radio. For everyone here at Rolla J Studios in beautiful legal Potland, Oregon, I'm Radical Russ. Until next time, take care of each other, tokers.
This is the Russ Belville Show. The Russ Belville Show is blogging and podcasting daily at radicalruss.com.
You plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant